Unity among people. S means studying cases. Another S is socializing people. I is illustration. O is oneness of group participants, and N is negotiation. So you don't have to worry the expansion of all these letters. So we have to understand basically group discussion, it is communication or inter exchange of ideas between more than two peoples when they gather together at a common place, and when they start communicating with each other, when they start sharing the ideas, when they start talking to one another. Okay, so that is that kind of discussion. It is called as group discussion. So, as I said,
Hello, sir.
hello, yeah,
Sir, some of them are waiting outside to join.
1 minute. Huh? Yeah, just tell everybody to join in time, okay? Because what happens, I have to stop. Yeah, has everybody come? Yeah, no problem. You can tell in between, Drumil, if or Omkar. Okay, if people are waiting, I stop screen sharing and then we will admit them. No problem. Yeah. Thank you, Drumil. Okay. So as we have seen, group discussion, it is a type of communication. A particular number of people meet face to face, so more than two people. Okay. And then they start communicating. They start talking to each other. So it's a free oral interaction. It originates, shares, discusses ideas to arrive at a decision or solution to a problem. Let us take a very simple example. See, in your class, you may be having Google group of study. So after the regular lectures, you probably might be meeting once or twice a week. Okay, maybe in the evening around 7 o'clock for half an hour or 40 minutes, and you will discuss the concepts on subjects like, say, digital communication, random signal analysis, isn't it? So the students who are having difficulties, say other members of the group, they will discuss, okay, and they will explain the concepts. So group discussion, if you see, it is widely used in many organizations for decision making and for problem solving. So they are also used as a personality test for evaluating several candidates. Okay, as I said in the beginning, now many of the universities in their admission process, there is group discussion as a component. There are some 20% of the score which is assigned to that out of the total score of, say, 100 or 200. Now group discussion, why it is used? It helps the organizations or universities to shortlist candidates for final interview, to select personnel for position of responsibilities. Group discussion strategy is used to select students for admission to professional courses. Group discussion strategy is used. Are people still waiting? Some of them. Let's see. Now, group discussion, when it becomes the part of the selection process, so it is conducted, group discussion, as we saw, for selection of candidates for a job or for an admission. There's mistake, for an admission to any professional institution. Okay, well, it's a well formulated strategy or evaluation component for judging the personality of candidate, their communication skills, knowledge, and their ability to work as a team. So that is judged in the process of group discussion. Now, group discussion has become a most integral part of any selection process these days. Now, what are the characteristics of group discussion? So, group discussion, it is an important aspect of recruiting process, especially for management training and executives. Even some of you, if you decide to take admission into the management program, say MBA or MS, abroad or in India, you will have to go through the process of group discussion. As I said, that is one of the selection components. Apart from your GRE or TOEFL or GMAT or your the state government conducting CET for the MBA admissions. So when it comes to job employment, employer, he looks for a candidate who has the potential to shoulder the responsibility and provide leadership. So group communication, it helps the interviewers to identify the participants, one or two participants, who can act as a team leader, who can act as a project leader, who can take organizational leadership, who can direct the team, who can help the organization to develop healthy communication with the customer or with the client, and who can help the organization to arrive at the deadline of a project. So leadership skills in some participants, group discussion will help the organizers or interviewing or HR team of the organization to identify such candidates. So the objective of a selection of group discussion is mainly to check the team playing skills. So as a team leader, you would be working with people. So in such settings, individual approach does not work. So you have to understand the viewpoints of others while making your viewpoints and ensure that your team as a whole reaches a shoulder or agreement that is both feasible and accepted by all the team members. Now, most group discussions for selection purpose, they assess individual traits, group behavior, and leadership qualities that are needed to succeed in any profession. Now, what are the components on which the assessment of the group is carried out? So during group discussion, employers, they evaluate potential of the candidate for leadership. Okay. Then the ability of the candidate to work in team, and commonly the used components which are checked are knowledge, communication skills, group behavior, and leadership potential. So the interviewer in the who will be observing the group, he will make an assessment about knowledge of every participant. He will assess, or the team will assess, the communication skills, whether everybody is able to communicate properly in the group. And then what is the behavior of the group? Is it a nasty kind of behavior, or are there some people who are dominating the group, or are people are listening to one another? And then in that process, the interviewer team will be able to identify the leadership traits in some of the candidates. Now, what is the meaning of knowledge? So knowledge, if you see what you are developing skills in your 4-year B program on different knowledge paradigms, different knowledge areas. So knowledge, if you see, it refers to the depth and range of knowledge or understanding, let me put it, or it is, you can say, common aggregation of the facts, as well as your analytical and organizational abilities. So that together it constitutes the area of knowledge. Now, you should be able to grasp the situation and analyze it not at ordinary level, but from the wider perspective. The originality of your ideas, your knowledge and initiative, and your approach to the topic, it contributes to your success in group discussion. So in group discussion, the person is evaluated on the basis of how he thinks and not on what he thinks. Now, communication skills. So during group discussion, see, communication skill, it does not mean good presentation or good talk or good dialogue. Now, communication skills in group discussion, they are assessed for a participation about whether he is actively listening, whether he is a good listener, when he is talking, whether he is able to express or whether he is able to bring clarity of thought and expression. Should not stammer while communicating in a group. Okay, and there should be coherence of the thought process in the thought process. The thought should flow logically from one area to another, and then the communication, it should be presented in the apt language. The language should be fit for the topic and for the occasion. Okay, apt or correct or specific language it should be used, or we can say smart language the participant in the group communication he has to adapt. Now, then appropriateness of body language. Communicator, participant in the group, he should communicate at ease. He should not show, he should not get tensed up. So, if there is tension, if there is confusion in the mind of the participant, then naturally that confusion is reflected on the body of the participant. So one has to be at ease, one has to communicate with confidence, one should be good listener, one should respect what the other participant is communicating, one should not break in unnecessarily unless others have finished. Okay, so if participant is at ease in communication, in group communication, then his body will remain tension free. He will be at ease and he will conduct himself, present himself properly in the group. Now, what is the meaning of active listening? Now, now listening skills, they are important in group communication. So unless you listen to others, you may not be able to continue the discussion in right direction. So listening to others means you must give opportunity to communicate or speak to the other participants. Now the selection panel may also pose questions at the end of the discussion to find out whether group members have been good listeners. Then there is another area of group communication. It is clarity of expression. So the panel's perception of a candidate's personality and his ability to influence and convince others, it depends greatly on using the right tone, voice and expression. It is not sufficient to have ideas. It should be expressed effectively. So fluency of speech and good delivery are expected in group discussion. So when you go for job interview, please try practicing speaking what you would like to say. So speech should be a fluent speech. There should not be bottlenecks in between. Okay, you should not have mental blocks. You should not be left with searching for the words when you are participating in the group selection or group discussion, which is part of selection process for job or which is part of selection process for admissions. Now slangs, jargon, artificial accent are to be avoided in group discussion. So I'll give you some example of this one. Any example of slang can you mention? Slang. See, some people, they use words like, just observe people when they are communicating.
Sir, for example, like we say, but we should say thank you. So thanks is also like a slang.
Yeah, thank you. You can say at the end when you are concluding the group communication. You can say at the end. But see, I'm putting in the chat box some of these slang words. So do you see people often using phrase like you know? Have you noticed this? Yeah, put that in the chat box. Are you able to see the chat box? Okay. Then there are phrases, slang words like key, mixing of English and Hindi. Have you noticed this? Try to look at your speech also. Okay. People using the word key. Okay. Now, what are the other slang words? Any example? Also na. Yes.
So people use now.
Yes. Yes. Shivam Gupta. Yes. And Priyanka, block. Can you explain that, Priyanka? Block means what?
Sir,
We will have a class discussion on this. Huh? Even though group should be about 5 to 10 only. But let's see, let us everybody, all of you please start the video and you can start talking. And then one of the sessions we will identify 2-3 groups. I'll be posting a number of group discussion topics today. Okay, in the Google Classroom. So 2-3 groups we will identify in the next session, and then they can speak as a group for 10 minutes. So today now let everybody talk on this as a group. The group is very large. Drumil, Shivam, Gupta, is it okay? You
Yes,
can
sir.
start the video.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
In group discussion, the objective is we all should see each other. Okay, so it is expected that you have to start the video. Yes, Shivam Gupta, can you change your photo 90 degrees? Yes, that's correct. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, others also please start the video now. And then the topic is future of artificial intelligence. So take 5 minutes, okay, to think about it. Others, why you are not starting the video? Other students, hello. If it's online discussion, okay, we would like to see you, okay, on the screen. So please start the video. Shivam, your final selection is over now for student council.
So yeah, the interview is over, but the results are not out yet.
Okay, okay. So yeah, you will join the council. I'm quite sure. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Shivam, can you tell your friends to start the video and then take about 5 minutes to think about ideas? Okay, generate
Yes,
ideas.
sir.
Everybody, they're not starting the video. I don't know why. Please request them. They
Dhumil,
should
hello,
start.
Dhumil.
Yes, sir. So actually,
Dhumil,
I've
Shubh,
disabled the
Just,
camera.
Tushar.
Yeah, first session when I ended the call, the attendance got generated. Huh? So no problem. Okay. Drumil, you have disabled camera. Can you join from mobile, Drumil? Hello, Drumil, can you join from the mobile? From the smartphone?
Yes, sir. I'll try.
Shivam Gupta, keep the video open. Video on.
Yeah, sir, just.
Yeah, who else can? Okay, Manna, Kushar don't have webcam. Okay. But what about Manna, this your mobile phone? Can you join from mobile phone? Yeah, even if 3-4 students are having the video camera on, okay, you can start and then you can discuss as a group. Or maybe 5-6 students, whosoever has the camera, okay, you can start the camera. Shivam Gupta, how do I see all other students? I am able to see only 18, 17 of you, and actually there are 29. So how do we advance to
So
the?
you should change the layout.
I've done that, but it is not displaying. Like changing the layout, it allows tiled layout. Okay, tiled layout. Or okay, I'll put sidebar. Okay, in the sidebar only just 3. Um, okay, Dhrumil. Okay. See, Dhrumil, I have gone to change layout. Then sidebar I have clicked. Now the sidebar I am
So
getting.
actually, you should select the tile view. Then you will get a slider down there. So you can increase the slider to get more number of people on the same screen.
See, maximum tiles to display, it is anywhere from 6 to 49. I have set that maximum tiles to display to 49. But
Hello, sir. Can I present my screen so that I can show you?
okay, what do I do now for that? You can, you want to share the screen through me?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I can share.
Yeah, yeah, you just show it to me how you are doing. Yeah, Dhrumil.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Is it visible?
Yeah, it's
So, sir, you can click on more options. Then you have to select tile first. Then you can use this slider to increase number of tiles.
yeah,
So
I
just
made
click
that to
on that.
49. I have made that to
Yes, sir.
49.
Yeah. So that's the maximum limit.
Yeah, but okay, which one you have selected now or more? More in what?
Uh, so tiled. Then you have to increase this. Use this slider to increase number of tiles.
Okay, in more change layout and tiles, right? That is what you
Yes,
have
sir.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah, even I did the same thing, but I'm able to.
So then you have like, are you like pinning someone's screen?
Yes, sir. That might be the case.
Yeah, what is the problem?
You should unpin the screen.
What? Unpin the screen. Hello.
Yes, sir. If you have like pin someone, then you should unpin them to like see all the tiles.
No, what do I do? I don't follow Shivam Gupta.
So can you present the screen so we can guide you?
Okay, 1 minute. One sec. Okay, can you see my screen now? Okay. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Uh,
So click on the three dots.
okay, I have clicked on the three dots. Okay. Then what?
Change layout and then tiled.
Yeah, then tiled. Okay. I have maximum tiles to display depending on window size. I have set it to 49. Okay. Now what?
Now just see the changes happened or not.
Okay, 3, 6. I'm getting 17 only, 18, including me 18. But then in the meeting, there are 30 students. So, no, Dhrumil said something I should do unpinning. What is that? Where do I do that? Unpin what? Hello?
So actually, if you hover over anyone, so there will be an option there will be three options: pin, mute, and remove them. So the first option will be of pinning. So if you have pinned someone, so you should unpin them. So you will get multiple. So you can watch multiple tiles at the same time.
I have pinned. Okay. So if I have pinned someone, then what happens?
So you will only see able to see that set that specific tile, and the other will be like small or they will be minimized.
Okay, no, I'm not able to. Anyway, let's see. You think about it and tell me on Saturday how I can do that. Okay, now can we start the discussion? Who will start? Who has got the camera? Shivam Gupta has. Then who else? See,
So
you
we can
request.
continue without the camera because not all the people are joining.
Okay, okay, do it without camera, no problem. But then primary purpose of group discussion, if you see that people sit across a table in a round table way, so that everyone is able to talk to every other person who is adjacent to
Yes,
him
sir.
on the right side and left side. So anyway, so today let us continue without camera. Okay.
Yes,
Please
sir.
initiate the talk now. Please start the talk. Hello. Yeah, please
So how?
speak.
Yes, sir. How do we emphasize? Should we introduce ourselves or just?
Yeah, first in group discussion, see, since there is no camera, okay, so one of you can say we are going to discuss on the future of artificial. What was the topic? Future of artificial intelligence, right? Or
Yes,
what
sir.
is
Yes,
that?
sir.
Future of artificial intelligence. So we are going to discuss about future of artificial intelligence. So you can say I am Drumbil Mistry. Okay. Then I have other colleagues in my group. You can take name of some 5 6 students from A and B division, and then let us all discuss what are the ideas. So like that you can start, Drumil. Is that fine?
Okay, sir. Yeah. Good
Yes. Please
morning,
start.
everyone.
Yeah.
I'm Dhurumil Mistry,
Yeah.
and
Good morning. Yeah.
today we are here to talk to have a group discussion on the topic future of artificial intelligence. So I would invite our classmates to take active participation. So like I'll be starting with my few points that I've thought about. So I just want to like include these topics like in 2019 there were only 11% investments in AI, while in 2020 there were 87% of all deep tech investments were in AI and ML. And the according to the government website, which is indiaai.gov.in. So you can see that they have predicted that there will be 100% investment in AI and ML till 2025. So AI has many applications AI has many applications in robotics, IoT, augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed realities, and and what I would include is that during the pandemic, that what I've observed, that there were many proctoring softwares like Proctor Live AI, which were using AI and ML to proctor the examinations. While there are also pros as well as cons, but these were the few pros, but there are many cons. Like according to UN Security Council in AI, there's a team like AI counter-terrorism, and they report that terrorists are using artificial intelligence to for spreading and carrying out malicious activities. Like they are using AI to create deepfakes, cyberbullying, manipulated contents, morphed passports, as well as they are using in
Yes,
social
Romil,
engineering.
I would like to join some cons with you that
Yes,
however bright the future of AI would be, they can never replace human beings because they lack evolution somewhere. They are always limited in the system, what is always taught to them, and they cannot evolve or they cannot be more creative than humans. So I feel that's like a cons of the artificial intelligence.
yes, exactly. You can't compare human intelligence to an artificial intelligence, though it can be more computing.
Yeah, Priyanka, would you like to contribute? Are you there in the class, Priyanka? Priyanka
Yes, sir.
Pedinke.
I was just thinking of some points.
You can also, everybody can speak. Yes. Yes, Shivam Gupta, continue.
Hello, my name is Rahul Gupta. Shivam,
Yes, Rahul. Yes.
Shivam, I would like to contradict you. See, humans can't do lakhs of calculation in 1 second. So I don't
Rahul, your
think.
voice is very low. Rahul Gupta.
Hello,
Yes, continue.
hello, Shivam. I think humans can't do lakhs of calculation, millions of calculation in 1 second. So you can't beat AI as compared to human.
But ultimately, the point will be like who will be creating that machines for
Yes,
doing
of course.
calculations. It will be humans, right?
Because the humans will give them the code to work and program them to work.
Machines are
Without
actually invented by
can't even
humans.
work. Yeah.
But they are artificial intelligence, so they can develop their own language or intelligence and upgrade us.
Yes, exactly. There were
And
few
I
reports
think
that
and I think artificial intelligence is very expensive right now. US like total $200 million of artificial intelligence has been used till now. So that's like too much of money like going into artificial intelligence. Somewhere it's like helping people also, but it is also giving rise to like unemployment.
With
Yes, I
respect to
can tell you.
unemployment, I'd like to contribute a few points. Firstly, there are a lot of careers that have been started and finished. Say, for example, in olden days, we used to have telegram. So, with the advent of smartphones, the telegram operators have lost their livelihood, but at the same time, we are making advancements into 5G technology. So there are new careers that are being made. So as far as unemployment is concerned, I feel that people should be really skilled enough and open-minded to learn new things. And as far as the future of artificial intelligence is concerned, I'm quite uh, confident that artificial intelligence is here to stay and the future is quite bright, because at the end of the day we are looking at achieving maximum efficiency, and maximum efficiency is achieved only if machines take over the normal manual tasks. Say for example, we have to print stuff or we have to deliver stuff, so why put a human and waste petrol on bikes and make them deliver? Why can't we have drones which can automatically detect orders and go and give it to them? So the future of artificial intelligence is very promising, and we should not equate it to unemployment and all those stuff. Those are negatives. We should be focusing on the positives.
yes, Priyanka. But the point is like the artificial intelligence has very bright future. But on the other hand, the artificial intelligence also used by some terrorist organizations, which are actually uh, deteriorating the quality of government, or they are trying to hold back the government. So, like for example, if you consider the recent attack on Jammu base air base, so like
Yeah,
they used
exactly.
drone. So they use drone. There are many terrorist organizations that are using artificial intelligence as a weapon. But
So
obviously there are
that
pros
is
and
where,
cons.
if I can start, so that is
Yeah.
where the cyber security aspect of artificial intelligence comes into picture. Cyber security is there for a reason. We have seen the cyber security of Israel. We have seen their defense systems. We know the cyber security of Russia and China. So they can thwart these attacks even before they are launched. So our aim should be to develop artificial intelligence along with cyber security so that we'll be able to stop these attacks. That is what
Yeah,
our aim should be.
Pedinti, just sorry to interrupt you. Okay, now Dhrumil, you mentioned about
Yes, sir.
terrorists using artificial
Yes,
intelligence.
sir. Yeah.
Please remember, in any group discussion, okay, the issues which are contentious issues, okay, and where there is involvement of the government of that particular country, okay, for example, here terrorist issue in Jammu and Kashmir, okay, that issue has to be tackled by Amit Shah and Narendra Modi. So such references are never to be given in the group discussion. So that is, yeah, avoid political issues. Okay, so don't speak about that. So what you Pedinti and Shivam Gupta, what you are talking, it is really good. I appreciate. But these issues we should never enter into that. See, that is not our area, because we are students, we are knowledge workers. So the terrorism and all, let Narendra Modi and Amit Shah handle that. Okay, we are not concerned with that. Okay, Pedinti, please continue.
Yes, sir. I would like to add on
It
That,
was
like
just a
that was my
suggestion,
point.
correction, some kind of corrective suggestion from my side. My intention was not to interrupt the flow, but everybody should know that. So that's why I decided I will come forward and speak to you. Okay, now continue.
No,
so
sir,
I
I'm
would
done
like
with
to
my point.
say
I just wanted to tell about cybersecurity being used. That's it.
so I would like to say
Yeah, one
something on
minute.
the
Shivam, Pedinti, you can talk about cyber security without a mention of the political problems. Okay, you can talk
Okay.
about that.
So, like, even if we don't have to mention
And
about
then
terror
let
attacks, we
Shivam, let after you finish, let Shivam talk about, he also would like to contribute.
okay.
Okay.
So, like, we don't even have to talk about terror attacks. We could talk about cyber attacks and data leakages about databases, some sensitive databases that could be done through technology. And with AI, it is all the more easy to detect patterns between how users interact with their data and their social media. So that is what I was trying to put in, that cybersecurity aspect has also to be integrated with artificial intelligence, so that we could actually identify the patterns, detect patterns of what is the sensitive data and where there is a greater probability of attacks or leaks being happened. Yeah, sir, that's it.
So, sir, I want to like speak on the topic of employment that Priyanka said, that people should be skilled enough. But I feel that every country has all types of people, highly skilled and labor people as well. And where our country is like based, it has like a lot of labor people. So at the end, like it is about the economy. So if we don't have employment for like labor, our laborers to work, so it's like a drawback to our economy as well. No matter like what are the rich companies doing, but the normal or middle class people or the labor class should also get some benefits. So they face the drawbacks of like AI.
Okay, a counterpoint
Hello.
to yours.
Uh,
During the India of 1970s and 80s, the India of 1980s, around 56% of the Indian population was into agriculture, and in the remaining 44% also, a good chunk of them depended on agriculture, like for example milkmen or stuff like that. So that's tertiarily dependent on agriculture. On today's India, less than 25%, close to 25% people are dependent on agriculture. So does that mean that we are not having enough food? No. A lot of Indians today depend on the IT sector and the secondary
I
sector.
would like
That is where
to speak on
startups
the
are coming
agriculture
up.
topic,
No, see,
that
agriculture is
India
not
faced the
something
biggest drought in 2016 to 2018 point.
drought is
So
not something in our
agriculture
control.
had like a,
Drought is not something in our control. We don't have
so yeah,
shortage of food.
exactly.
That is what I'm speaking about. So that is what I'm telling. A lot of Indians today have made their careers in the IT sector and the secondary sector, which is why we are seeing a lot of startup. Right now, there is a disruption happening in IT sector. Also, there is automotive, robotics, and artificial intelligence coming in, which will definitely eat a lot of careers in other sectors, but will they also create a lot of maintenance and support staff, and lot of R&D careers will also be generated. So you cannot blame unemployment. Otherwise, we'll be a third world country, right? African countries you have seen,
Yeah,
nobody's going to
Drumil, you
respect
want to say
us.
something?
yes, I have 2 points. Like according to Priyanka, that uh, that the agri- uh, that the AI would help to increase more employment, right? But the most of the Indian students are thinking about pursuing IT sector career in IT. But the main issue here is like if the all the students are interested in IT, then there will be no other development in other sectors, right? For example, if you take agriculture, so today we don't none of us talk about agriculture sector. Like I want to be a farmer, or I
Yeah,
want to.
yeah, Drumil.
Yes,
One
sir.
girl, I think one student has raised the hand. I got the message. So I'm not able to see that student. So who has raised the hand? We give a chance to that student who has raised the hand.
So she
So
raised
actually,
and she then again clicked that button. Now nobody's raised the hand.
yes,
Okay, okay,
even I
okay.
can't see.
Now, can you conclude what were the important points about future of artificial
Sir,
intelligence?
actually, I would also want to include
I
one more point, including cyber security, like what Priyanka said, like they can use the for surveillance, not for surveillance exactly, but like what I'm thinking, that the AI can be used for surveillance, so it will be an invasion of privacy for others. So like government, not exactly government, like what China is doing, like they are using AI and other technologies to like OpenCV and other libraries to to keep them monitor to monitor other activities. Uh, so that it's according to me, it's an invasion of privacy.
So I would like to conclude that however bright the future of AI would be, they can never replace human beings. And during these 3 or 4 coming decades, AI would be at the boom, but they will always be like restricted to some limits, and they will not exceed the limits of human beings. Thank you.
Yes, Shivam. Yes, Shivam, Drumil, and Priyanka. Okay, very good contribution. Now let us see a small video before we conclude for the day about